What is up, everybody? This is Down to Fly Creations. My name is Brett Downs, and today we are doing another episode of Fly Tying for Trout. Today we are going to be doing a October Caddis pattern. This is just a simple one you can tie for those big orange bugs that come out in the fall. But let's go ahead and get right into this fly. So today we are using the FW501 traditional barbless dry fly hook by Ahrex. Great hook, super sharp. I haven't had any of them break on me before on a fish, so we're gonna go ahead and get this bite or hook loaded up in the vise here. And so today for the dry fly thread, we are using 6/0 Danvilles pre-wax thread. This thread is great because you're able to have that dubbing stick better due to that pre-wax it has on there. So let's go ahead and just work our thread body off this fly. Today we're going to be using the all-purpose black scissors by Loon, as well as this Loon mat for our tying base. That's some awesome magnets. Great way to store your stuff. Good little divots so you can put material in and all that, and makes it a little bit more organized as you tie. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spin our thread clockwise to build a little bit, get it nice and dense, so that way as we wrap up it'll build kind of a body for the stuff to grab onto. Just so that dubbing doesn't slide off on you. But we'll go ahead and do that, as you can see on that hook there. After we build that body, we're just going to come in, and the first step is going to be tying in our gold wire. For wire today, I am using just ultra wire and small gold. This is a great one to hold down bodies with dubbing and doesn't get too heavy because it is that small wire. So after you get that, go ahead and tie that in on the top side of the hook. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a tag in so that way we don't have to worry about this wire coming out. We can go ahead and kick it backwards just like that. Wrap down. That wire will not go. Just pull it out of the way there. Now, and the next step we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do our dubbing here. Today I'm just using Scud dub and shrimp Scud. This is an orange. It is great. I like it because it's a little bit flashier than the traditional October Caddis pattern. So we're just going to grab a little clump there. And the one thing you're going to want to do with your dubbing, as always, is grab enough to where it floats. When you drop it, you can see this heavier clump floats kind of. So let's go ahead and spin this onto our thread here. And we're just going to build a little noodle. Remember, as you're building these dubbing noodles, less is more, as I always say. So start small, and then you can go ahead and build the taper up on that body of the fly in your dubbing noodle. But starting small allows it to stick better, and you won't have any like clumps have that fly sink on you. Let's go ahead and start this dubbing though. I'm going to build a little bit of the taper, so starting smaller, and then as we work up the hook, we're going to come just to about a third of the way down, and if you have a little extra dubbing, that's when you can build that taper in and build that body there. After we do that, we're going to want to bring our wire up to the front. So as I do this, I'm just going to do wraps coming towards me, holding this dubbing in. And this adds a little bit of segment and buggy look for this fly. We're going to grab that wire and tag it off. We just did 2 wraps behind, one in front, one behind, one in front. And then I helicoptered that wire off there. It's looking good. This is a pretty simple fly, so after this, now we just need to build our wing. You can do these flies in a lot of different sizes. I like to do them in about a 6 to a 12, depending on the size of caddis you do have hatching in your area. But we're going to go ahead and switch over to our deer hair scissors here. It's always important to not use the same scissors for your hair as your normal cutting every use scissors. But after you cut that hair, we grab about half a pencil diameter worth of hair, and we're going to brush that undercoat out, as you can see here. Once you get all that out there, we're going to go ahead and grab our hair stacker. Right here, I'm just using one by Dr. Slick, but a lot of different ones can be used. So give it a few good taps. I like to hold the top of it while I hold the bottom, so that way that tool is not moving around. Once you do that, hold it at a little bit of a down angle, pull it out, and you can use it perfectly stacked. So set that aside, and once you transfer that hair, we're going to go ahead and measure our wing here. And I like to usually do it about the hair. I set it on top of where the tie-in is, and I want it to go, the tips of the hair to go right at the butt of the hook. So once you have that, we're going to go ahead and transfer that measurement. And what's crucial here is making sure you keep that measurement. But as we do this, we're going to leave a little bit up front, like I can show you right there, and cut that hair off close. Now, what's crucial is we're going to spin our bobbin to the right again, counterclockwise, and we're going to go ahead and tighten that. So when we do go and wrap, as you see here, it'll kick backwards, and it'll capture that hair pretty easily there. Let's go ahead and put our hair on top of the hook. Once you transfer that measurement where your tie-in is, I do one loose, a small cinch. Second cinch, we're going to do a little bit harder. Third is when you're going to really cinch that down. So once you do those 3 securing wraps there, you can tighten down, and you can see we have a perfect bulbous head right on top of that fly. And that wing is sitting perfectly on top, which is what we want. Grab your whip finish tool. You can do half hitches if you're wanting to. I prefer whip finish because I find it a little bit more reliable. Go ahead and do like a 4-turn whip finish on that fly. What I always do is cinch and do again. You never know when the little sharp tooth of that fish is going to break that thread. That adds just another little safety measure. So it lasts a little bit longer. Go ahead and cut your thread out. From here, you can go to shape up your fly, add a little bit of hair, rotate to the bottom. And since you do want that to float flat on the surface, we're just going to go ahead and kind of set those pieces out. But after that, that is going to be your fly. So I'll show that to you guys here. 360 view, great orange body for those October Caddis. Big wing, floats really well, easy to spot if you have trouble seeing dry flies. So this is a great pattern to have in your box, especially in the fall when those October Caddis are coming off. You can go ahead and get it on the rod. It's definitely a fly to have in the box, and you can use it. So. But after that, if you're wanting to, you can brush that body out, make it a little bit fuller, get that dubbing around, make it look a little bit more buggy. But that is going to be the October Caddis. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This was a quick little tutorial for just a quick, easy October Caddis. They're quick to fill the box, crank them out pretty quick once you get them down, and definitely a great fly to have with you. So feel free to check out some other episodes from this series of fly tying for trout with some good nibs and streamers to come soon. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining. We'll see you later.